Hey friends, it's Joy with Decor Made with Joy coming to you from Franklin, Tennessee. And I'm going to talk to you about a tip of the week. And my tip this week is about attachments and how you secure those attachments to your wreath or swag project. The first option that we have, and some attachments actually come with the person that makes them, puts a cable mount tie onto their attachment. And this is a real lightweight attachment that Derica's Designs made this. And she always puts cable mount ties right on hers. And you can simply run a pipe cleaner or Chanel stem right through there and tie it to the spine of your swag or your wreath. You need to find a secure spot to attach that to your wreath. And here's what I'm talking about. I just put a Chanel stem right through that, and then I tighten them down or lock them down. And then if I'm going to put them on a swag, I make sure to put it right on the spine of the swag, like so. And I won't tie that one on because I'm not quite ready to make that one yet. Another wreath or attachment maker that I purchased from, just did a nutcracker that, and I'll show you a picture of that in a minute, but I also bought from Karen is a reindeer, and I'm going to make that soon. But hers are cloth, so there's really nothing to glue a cable mount tie to. So with these, what I do is take my scissors and make a little slit here and here, and I run a zip tie through there, and then I can secure it to the spine of my swag, and that works really well. And that's pretty easy to do, and that's what I'll do with this guy when I get ready to make him. And that's exactly what I did with my nutcracker, and I'll show you the nutcracker next. Here's the nutcracker, and that's exactly how I secured that to this swag. Was made a little slit with my scissors and attached it to the spine, and that is not going anywhere. That is very, very secure. Back to the cable mount ties. When you are putting a cable mount tie on to a project, what I do is use hot glue and stick it down, and then I take my glue gun with Gorilla Glue and go around the edges. Usually to the I use E6000 to secure the cable tie mount to the project. I'll tell you, I like these cable mount ties just fine for a lightweight attachment, but I worry about them with heavier things. They could become detached, especially if you don't make sure that you let the glue dry really well, and if you don't go around it with Gorilla Glue. I do worry about that. So if I have an option to make an attachment more secure, like with a zip tie or bind wire, I definitely do that. And I'm very fortunate. My husband is very handy, and so he drills holes in wooden things for me, like I'm getting ready to attach a nativity to a wreath, and he just drilled holes in the end, and I will take bind wire and attach that to my wreath. So this is what I'm talking about when I mention bind wire. I get it from Amazon. It comes in different widths, and this is what I attach all my bows with. And if I have a chance, I attach my heavier attachments with this. It is paper covered wire. You could use, a thick floral wire, that's just fine. It's just this is a little more secure. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a piece of bind wire that I cut off, and I'm going to run it through the hole that Fred drilled for me this morning, and I'm going to secure that to the edge of the nativity, lock it down, and then I'm going to feed these through ends through my grapevine to attach this nativity to the grapevine. So here you see I have attached bind wire to both ends of my nativity. I determine where I want to put it, and this is a round 24-inch grapevine, and I want to secure it to the ends here, and I just feed it through my grapevine. I don't go around the whole grapevine. I find a sturdy branch on that and feed it down through there, and then I will take the other end and feed it through yet another branch to really get that secured on there. And no matter how much tension anybody puts on it, it's not going to go anywhere. And I like this bind wire because it really blends in well with your grapevine. And then I'm just going to lock that down as tight as I can. And voila, it is hooked on there. And then I'm just going to do the other side exactly the same. So you see now I have both ends on there tied down pretty good. I will take my glue gun and add some glue here and over here, and I'm debating putting some moss covered foam underneath there for it to sit on a little bit and glue the bottom. And if I decide that it's a little unstable, I will also run either some fishing line or some floral wire around the star and take it to the sides. I'm worried that would show up, so I think I prefer to put a little bit of moss colored foam underneath here. But I've done several of these nativities similar to this, and this bind wire technique, it is not coming off there. I just want to add some glue to make it a little more secure, and maybe something under here to give it something to rest on. But before I call this wreath finished, I will make sure that's good and stable, although I don't think it's going anywhere right now. I'll just back up a little bit and let you take a look at this pretty that I finished yesterday. I used a gold Michaels garland that I zip tied with a small zip tie all the way around, and then I cut up this natural evergreen and kind of built that around, then went back in and added my berries, and then I added these little gold crystal spikes that I think are just real pretty. And then today I'm adding the nativity. And so this is a custom order, but I've already sold a smaller version, not exactly the same, of this year, and they're just classic and pretty. So, all right, hope that helps. Take care. Hey friends, I thought I'd show you a follow-up on finishing off this, attaching this nativity. I did actually take a little piece of foam, covered it in moss, glued it underneath. First I glued both sides, and then I glued the block of foam and moss to the bottom of the nativity, and then I simply pulled my branches up to disguise that. And now that is going nowhere. Let me just grab this wreath and shake it a little bit and show you it is not going anywhere. And I think it's well disguised. So I know attachments and finding ways to secure them is probably the least favorite part of our work, but I enjoy the challenge of finding ways of doing it, and that's just one of them. So that's just a little follow-up.